It was a war without bombs. No generals, no trenches. And yet, its battlefield stretched from Beijing to Silicon Valley, from Wall Street to the smallest steel mill in Ohio. The world called it a trade war. But in truth, it was a contest of dominance. An economic duel between two empires that no longer trusted each other. It began with promises of fair trade and national security. Words that sounded noble. But beneath them lay something darker. Fear. Fear that one side was rising too fast. Fear that the other was losing its grip. And when fear drives economics, profit turns into power. Power into policy. And policy into conflict. This is the story of how two nations, bound by trade, divided by ambition, reshaped the balance of the world's economy. And the war still isn't over. The trade war, when two giants collided, and the world paid the price. The illusion of victory. They called it a war without bullets, a conflict fought not on battlefields, but in boardrooms and across trading floors. A war waged with numbers, tariffs, and currencies instead of guns, tanks, or missiles. It was a struggle for control, influence, and survival in a world where money had become more powerful than any weapon. For decades, the idea of globalization promised prosperity for all. Politicians, economists, and business leaders assured us that free trade would lift nations out of poverty, integrate economies, and make conflict obsolete. The United States and China stood at the heart of that dream, two economic superpowers bound together by mutual gain. America would provide innovation, capital, and consumers. China would provide labor, manufacturing, and speed. Together they would drive the 21st century. But beneath the glossy reports and celebratory speeches, a quieter truth was unfolding. Globalization wasn't a marriage of equals, it was a fragile partnership of convenience. Each side depended on the other, but each also believed it could outsmart the other in the end. The system that promised shared success was slowly building the foundations of rivalry. What if the idea of win-win was an illusion from the start? What if the same system that created modern prosperity was also constructing an economic time bomb? Today we unravel the story of how a silent economic alliance turned into an all-out financial war. A war that reshaped global politics, shattered supply chains, and still reaches into your wallet, your job, and your future. This is the trade war, when two giants collided, and the world paid the price. The spark before the storm, how it all began. Long before the